We have suddenly, within the last week or two, we have lost at least 4, maybe more, boys to Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy. It really saddens my heart, as much as it saddens many more hearts of parents who may still have sons with them, or their parents who have also lost their sons. It is a sad thing that when your son is gone, my perspective of my grief perspective of things really changed after Timothy died. I really truly didn't understand that total grief of a parent until I had to experience it. It is a very sad thing for us as parents to go through, because as you know, no parent should be burying their child. One mother just lost her second son within the last year from the same disease. Another mother has lost her son just recently. And another mother a few days before that. And another mother a few more days before that. And it just keeps going. And every time I hear these heartbreaking stories, it grieves me more. It triggers the memory of what I had to experience when I lost Timothy. It's a pain. It's a heartbreak pain that no one should have to experience. You really don't understand the grief of a parent until you really lose it as a parent, when you lose your child. And all I can say to Sue, to Abel, and to the many other parents out there who have recently lost their son to Duchenne is that grieve, and grieve at your own pace. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. Don't let anyone rush you through your grief. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to get over it. No, you don't. You are a mother, and that's number one. And that was your child. And losing a child, that grief is totally different from a grief of losing a different loved one. It's not the same ball game. It's a totally different ball game. And all I can do is tell all you parents who have lost a son or a daughter to this terrible disease is grieve, because you as a parent need to grieve. But remember one important thing: whether you believe in a higher power or not, yes, you may be angry, and God will understand that anger. But know that even though He understands that anger you may have towards Him, He still loves you. And He still wants to be there for you. All you have to do is reach out, and He will comfort you. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have God in my life, even when Timothy passed. Because if you've been reading my journals, you would have known that my plan originally, before I reconnected myself totally with God, was that if Timothy was going to die, I would take his body with me and go into the deep woods and die with him. But when the transformation of my mind and the renewing of my spirit happened, that when he died, my grief at the moment was so heartbreaking. But at the same time, you find yourself still being strong. Strong for him. Strong for your family. But when you're all alone, and even when you're not alone, it's okay to cry. And there will be moments when you will burst out in tears, and you will be in the strangest places when that happens, and you would hear the strangest things, and it would just trigger a moment of remembering who your son was. Just cherish every moment you have. And one thing I have also realized since Timothy has died is that I notice now that his photos are different. I look at his photos totally different. I look at them as him still being so much more real to me. So much more. It's like he's still alive, and I can still feel his spirit and his presence that he has for me. And I know that for him, I will. Tim was my joy, just like your son was your joy. And I have vowed today that every time I hear a son die, I'm just not going to light a candle on the internet. That's real. But I'm going to light a real candle. Like I do in memory of my son. I do that because, not only because the candles smell good, because I remember him. I'm not a Catholic, and I know Catholics have different beliefs when they do light a candle. I don't understand that, what their belief is, but it's not my belief. My belief is I light a candle. I light it to remember Timothy by. I light it because it has a special meaning. A meaning that we will never understand as we love our sons, as we cherish them. I want you to know that no matter what, that we are praying for you, Sue, Abel, and the many mothers out there. We're praying for you. And we will be there for you, no matter who we are or where we come from. Because that is what God is about.